Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Headbangers Closet. Appreciate everybody checking out the channel. First things first, cheers everybody, and happy Friday. Hope everybody's ready for the weekend. Before I get into this video, I just want to give a shout out to two really cool dudes who were kind enough to give me a shout out on their channels. Ron Haggerty from Ron Haggerty's Vinyl and Aaron Mother Alamar. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right, brother. But I really want to say thank you to both of those guys for giving me the shout out on their channel. They were inspired by one of the videos I did where it was my last video where I showed I think 4 or 5 of my all-time favorite glam band debut records for my collection, and then they checked out my video, did one of their own, which both of their videos came out way better than mine. Love the stuff you guys showed. Really appreciate the shout out. So if you haven't checked out their channel, please do so. And I'm going to leave a link to their channel down below in the description of this video. So give them a watch. They're really cool. They got some great stuff. Really jealous of that Dangerous Toys debut record. I got it on cassette back when I was a kid. Don't have it on vinyl. It's really expensive now. So I kind of haven't wanted to pull the trigger on that one in particular. There's been some other stuff that I keep trying to get, and I keep losing that one. Same thing with the Warrant debut record. And I've been a huge Warrant fan forever. That debut record, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, is expensive as crap. I've got Cherry Pie over there. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, still got it on cassette and CD. I look at that vinyl, I just can't drop $100+ on it, but one day I will. But anyway, thank you guys for the shout out. Really appreciate the kind words. Really appreciate the the advice and the support from my channel as well. So thank you very much. Again, I'll link their video channels down below. So this video, I'm going to talk about Anthrax. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know I'm a huge Anthrax fan. Love their entire catalog, but it's no secret the Joey Belladonna era is my all-time favorite. Just love that 80s thrash. I mean, I grew up with it. First album I got on board with them was State of Euphoria. Just been a huge fan ever since. But I love the John Bush era Anthrax as well. I've mentioned it before in this channel. I kind of look at the band in those two eras as two separate bands. Obviously, there's a kind of a sound change going on, and the John Bush era really goes well with that early, late 90s, early 2000s heavy metal sound. I mean, it's not thrashy. For the most part, there's some thrashy songs on each album, but it's not wall-to-wall thrash metal like the earlier records with Joey are. But like I said, it fits in with that era of what was going on in music, and I really like that. I thought they did a really good job doing that when some other bands kind of really couldn't make it happen, and they kind of faded a little bit or weren't as successful. So let's get right into it. These are the John Bush era Anthrax records in my collection. I'm going to rank them my least favorite to favorite. And let's get right to it. So the first one, which is my least favorite, coming in at number 4, is Stomp 442. Came out October 24th, 1995. This is the second record to come out with John Bush. And the first one, I believe, I could be mistaken, so please leave me a comment if I am. I really didn't research this particular fact, but I really think this is the first one Dan Spitz isn't on. And I know that Dimebag Darrell plays in some solos on this record, but I really feel you can tell Danny's not on this thing. It's just kinds of sounds to me like they mailed it in. Like they, first of all, there's a boatload of tunes on this record. They could have trimmed some of the fat and made it a little bit better. But I feel this record was them going in the studio, hashing out a handful of songs that are really good, but didn't take the time for whatever reason to finish them, make them great tunes. It's just kind of, I don't want to say half-assed, but a little bit lackadaisical, a little bit lazy in my opinion. The songs just aren't as good overall. I'm not really a huge fan of this record. I don't really listen to it all that much. Maybe I think my favorite song might be like In a Zone. American Pompeii is pretty cool. Just not a huge fan of this record overall. But it's got to be in the collection, right? So here it is. It's a gatefold, which all of these are gatefolds. I think these John Bush era releases are really good. The record companies did a really good job putting them out. This particular one's on blue. Both records are blue. Really dig how the labels on the record isn't just the name of the band and then the label is like side 1, but kind of like a picture. And this is obviously the album cover. And I had this thing. This came out right after I got out of high school, so I had it on CD, and I just remember playing it and be like, it's not as good sound as White Noise, and it's not as good as the old Anthrax, and I kind of put it away. Never got off the Anthrax ride, of course not, but just didn't dig this one. But then the next one that came out, I really dug, and it's this one, coming in at number 3, Anthrax's Volume 8, The Threat Is Real. Came out July 21st, 1998, so they had about, a couple of year break before they made this one. Dimebag Darrell's on this one as well, as is Phil Anselmo. I really dig that 50s horror movie style, kind of like movie poster thing they got right there. I know the gatefold with the song lyrics and liner notes from the guys in the band and some really, really cool photos. Anthrax always looks like they're having a great time, and I really love all the records where there's just a bunch of photos of them just hanging out, doing what they do. So really cool. This one, before we kind of get into some of the tracks, let's show you the records. Again, album cover on the label right there. This one's on orange. Really, really cool. And then the next one is on yellow, which is really, really cool. It's kind of got like, you can see a little bit in the middle, of the, kind of like a dark, kind of like shade of like gray or dark green kind of in the middle there, right over the label. So pretty cool. I really dig these versions. But I like this album a whole lot better. Much like Stomp 442, Volume 8, The Threat Is Real, has a boatload of tunes. And for the most part, this album has a good bit of killer, but there's a lot of filler as well. And again, just like Stomp 442, I think some of these songs are cool, but they maybe trim some of the fat off them, maybe just take 5 or 6 songs off, make it a really great record. But man, right out of the gate, when you put this on, Crush, Catharsis, and Inside Out, first 3 songs just hit you right in the face, and you know it's going to be a kick-ass record. And then it kind of gets a little bit disappointing. Not Stomp 442 disappointing, but the rest of the record really doesn't live up to the first 3 tunes, which is why it's third. Those first 3 songs alone obviously are going to make it so it's not last. But another tune I really, really love is Harm's Way. And I've heard a lot of people kind of, basically say it's like a throwaway track or it's like a filler tune. I don't know, man. I really dig the song. I think it's got a really, really good chorus. I think Scott Ian's just rhythm guitar on it is pretty cool as well. I don't know, I just dig that tune. It's one of the songs on it that when I heard it, I'm kind of surprised I liked it because it was a little softer than the others. But man, I really dig that song. I still do to this day. I listen to Harm's Way all the time now. But great record. Volume 8, The Threat Is Real. Coming in at number 3 on the John Bush era Anthrax ranking. Number 2, and man, for a long time, for sentimental reasons, this was my all-time favorite Anthrax John Bush era record. The last one he's on, May 6, 2003, We've Come For You All. I was out of college when they put this out. They went on tour. They had the white coverall saying, "We won't change our name," and stuff like that after the whole Anthrax poison being mailed to people scare. I really like this. I really, really like this record. Can't say enough about it. I mentioned earlier where one of the reasons I'm not as big of a fan of the John Bush era Anthrax is because it doesn't have that classic thrash sound. Although there are a handful of songs in each record that do sound like that. I feel this one overall is very thrashy. I mean, you have some great tunes on there. What Doesn't Die, Refuse to Be Denied, Any Place But Here's a great tune. Black Dahlia, Strap It On, Cadillac Rock Box, where there's they put on Dimebag Darrell leaving a voice message on Answer Machine. They put that on before the song. Really, really great. I love the tune. Probably my favorite song on the record. And you got Taking the Music Back. Think About an End is absolutely phenomenal. Such a badass track. We've Come For You All. Safe Home is a cool tune, although it's not thrashy. But I mean, there's a lot of just heavy, fast, thrashy riffs on this record. Probably, and I'm going to maybe be controversial here, I think overall the best guitar riffs are on this particular record, not The Sound of White Noise, but on this one. So love this record. Played the hell out of this when it came out. I still play it a lot to this day. Another gatefold right there. More lyrics to the tunes and pictures of the guys. And what I really, really like, kind of zoom in there, each song has kind of like a little logo kind of character to it. You can kind of see them right there. Great, great, great record. Love this thing. This one I picked up a while ago at the Vinyl Frontier record store in Carrollton, Georgia. Check them out. This badass record's on freaking nice looking purple with that Anthrax A kind of pentagram logo there. So badass. Hold on, there's a whole lot more with this thing. I just want to kind of put this in here safely. Hang on, give me 1 second. Record number 2 is the same thing. It's just the purple. But check this out. This one comes with an album cover poster to put on the wall. Pretty cool. Again, I've said it before, I'm going to say this 1,000 times. Some of these issues, I really like the job of the record company and whoever's job it is to put everything together, all the pictures, the artwork, everything, the extras like the poster. So really, really cool. Love this album, but I got to put it at number 2 because, let's face facts, Sound of White Noise, the debut record, well not debut, but the first record with John Bush, Sound of White Noise, came out May 25th, 1993. Is just a freaking phenomenal record. I mean, it's a barn burner start to finish. Let's just go through a few of the tunes. Starts off with Potter's Field, which is awesome. Only one of the first songs, actually I think it was the first single they put out, which is a badass song. Room for One More is phenomenal. Package of Rebellion's great. High Pro Glow is great. 1,000 Points of Hate. Black Lodge, massively underrated song. I would say the Black Lodge would be like this album's version of Harm's Way, but like 1,000 times better. Such a great tune. Go check out the Anthrax 40th anniversary like web series on YouTube when they talked about this record. They talk about putting out the video for Black Lodge and the kind of the controversy around them choosing that one to put out next. Really cool. Absolutely love that tune. Cannot get enough of it. Great burst is cool. This is not an exit. Really love this album. This one's such a badass record. Picked this up in Columbus, Georgia at like a secondhand store called Third and Charles. And both of them were on this really cool white vinyl. And all you get is the Anthrax A pentagram logo on here. No track listing or nothing like that. Really, really cool. Very surprised it was just like 30 bucks. I figured something like that with the white vinyl is going to be a hell of a lot more, but it was brand new and sealed. Somebody must have had it, and it had it brand new and sealed and never opened it and gave it to the thrift store. So second record is just like the first, and this one's another gatefold. There's that famous picture, again, if you watch the Anthrax web series on YouTube, they talk about just the photo of them at their favorite diner eating and having some coffee. Nothing really super fancy about the artwork or anything like that, but just a great record. Phenomenal. I would say if I'm doing an Anthrax ranking of all their discography, this one's way up there with the Joey Belladonna stuff as well. I mean, it's just such a great heavy metal album. And when, like I said, when it came out, it really fit into that time frame when it came out. Probably, in terms of what was going on in hard rock in 1993, was probably the heaviest thing to come out. I don't know when Pantera's Far Beyond Driven record came out off the top of my head. I think it came around, that came out, I think maybe like in 92 maybe. I'm trying to remember going to see Pantera at the Strand in Providence and what year high school I was in when it came out. But this thing came out at the end of my junior year of high school, and it was heavy, it was awesome. It was just what kids like me wanted at that time. So great record, number 1 on the Anthrax John Bush era ranking. So tell me in the comments below what are your ranking of the 4 John Bush era Anthrax records. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to have Sound of White Noise number 1. But anyway, I want to hear y'all's opinion. Leave me the comment down below. Hit the like and subscribe if you don't mind. Go check out Ron and Aaron. I will put their links down below. And go find me on Instagram. Always posting pictures of my collection, photos I took at live shows, and a bunch of heavy metal rock related stuff. Go check it out Instagram. I do my best to follow everybody back. So yeah, that's it. Hope you dug the video. As always, guys, cheers.